why never?
Gabi.
And answer wo criteria. I am fan pet the next coach. And you're saying.
It's a very interesting question, Webisami, because me Bisami, who should take over? At this point, mean to me in country. In fact, there are so many names. But mean to me more one specific name. Obeje Black Stars Ejumai at this time. Me met me akase ebeye ye amano. I will beat me a career through the World Cup. But Gabi, I can give you some criteria. I will say the GFA and I say painful now on bet nasi. I'm making that decision. They should look out for. Now, me no it will be a very difficult thing to get this type of coach that will fit the criteria. Number one, we need a coach who is bold. Or yet tactically pragmatic. And can make a quick decision at this point because you need time.
One, bold, tactically pragmatic, and taking a quick decisions.
Make quick decisions.
And to three, I know I can't boom.
And don't put a one. Why?
3 in 1.
Why?
Yeah.
Say you need time.
Okay.
Friendlies me anyway. I friendly sir. You bet me the prepare your team ni. O share the next friendlies ebebo. Yene Mexico and ebebo. We are playing in May. Na some Mexico match no. It is not within the international window. Until unya semenyo mone Jordan mone Fatau mo amuboma. Top flight teams are at that time they will playing their games. Our club level, you will not get them. In fact, reports about HRSA, they will play those 2 friendly games, that Mexico game friendly, mostly with the under 23 players. That's the report that is coming. Because some actually in the international window, which means that the only game that is left, Wales friendly na.
Okay.
At this time, when you need a coach, or you're tactically pragmatic, or making quick decisions. And our sounds here bolder. You cannot cross the line with these two upcoming friendlies and even prepare well for the World Cup. That's number one. Number two, you're coach or you're very good with interpersonal skills and communication. A coach who can call a player and tell the player that I need you to do a certain job for me. Can you do it? Now, Osansu Kaseye. Only press a ding come you be so question. Don't be dismissive. Don't talk to us as if say meanwhile we know that what we are seeing on the field of play is problematic. Address it. You be so asema kaseye me who say nipa. Don't tell us about fork and knife and spoon and things. I don't have a problem with that analogy or my that's O2. But on say you be so asem now come directly answering the question or communicating well with us. But who say at least the years we kanu ujitum.
Yeah.
So we need a coach who is very good with interpersonal skills with the players and also with the journalists.
Okay. And
also, speaking well with the players. No. At this point, Utimu said there are a lot of cracks in the team. Be a silent. Obi wa omba out and be this sound common because when you say it can go against him, be a selection bebono into one yes some mistake no emba out and make say I have a problem with the coach. But if you observe things and you read between the lines, you know very well that there are so many problems in the teams. There are cracks. We need a coach obetimiaba in straight away and call players together, get them to work and understand themselves. That is number 2. Number 3. A coach with his own mind are only influenced to make any kind of selection for the team. Because on said to say the Abbey is very difficult to even select a player unya influence from even GFA and as a government side.
Send them say third way one way and them say go with the bold now they can
good. Because if you're not bold enough, you cannot make Ubun say the players you better show who say call this player into the team. But at this time, you are calling a coach to do a job that is high pressure. Into Osaba ebe catching say unselected player be into the team. You are destroying you are disrupting his play, the way he wants to play his football.
Okay.
So a coach who is independently minded can make a decision and call a player without any influence.
Okay.
And when it's done that way, Ubenya Obia Oba into the job, he can tell Keto Krekumu and any other player, any other person at the GFA who are influencing the player selection to know that they cannot do that at this time. Because we don't need that in the team now. say asem na ye den a yenya coach kra ema no emboy to qualify to play the World Cup. So whoever is coming must know that a member selection amedeba. I cannot rely on anybody selecting a player for me to play in my team. I know you're number 3.
Okay.
Number 4, a coach who is ready to get the job done for a very short time. Meaning say Ejuma way, the other Ejuma will take it as an interim job. Nobody would like to take a contract of 1 year, 2 years at this time.
Okay.
For Ejuma Mami, what is the task ahead? Go to the World Cup. Okay, what is the target? We want to play quarterfinal. All right. So, which coach can come in and get us there? Or Obetnyaka say, this is my target. Let's map out a strategy that can get us there. I need player A, player B, player C. Now, when I get these players, this is what I want to achieve with them. This is the formation I want to play with them. This is the tactic I want to play with them. It has to be so clear.
Okay. Because of a short term need, you know.
Very short term. So that coach must be a short term minded coach. There's a task ahead. Let's get that task done. Now, Gabi, in same way I'm making now, we will be some say, so who do you think can do the job? Now me tie Zando Yepa, or say you have man must Stephen Ofe, because this is a time where
Desmond Ofe
he can at least step in, and I mean it's a risk. But when you entrust him with such a job, because he has been in and around the team for at least the last few years, no, he can do something on him players, no, on your mabo, at least on your communicate. He has been assistant to Otto. Yes, he's not there in terms of pedigree, but we are in a crisis situation. So would you trust him enough and give him that responsibility? If say he will not be starstruck, if he will not be, if say I don't know, Edman and Tony Swa, it looks as if that risk can be taken, but to me a high risk.
Okay.
The pressure that will come on him, no, I don't think he can handle it.
Okay.
That's one of an American saying. It is a high risk situation. Number 2, now Nienti America say I want us to situate the conversation around those who are there now.
Okay.
Because team ni Okofa Obi free abontin eba. The person does not know the team enough to make the decisions that they need to make according to criteria media to just here. So it is better to have the conversation within. If you want an interim manager, let the person be from within those who are currently there right now. In 2 years, one of any free war. Sisi ami who say Obi kase and a young farmer came last.
Yeah.
That will be another high risk because Nipe or your women's coach, women's national team coach for Ghana, he's their coach. Women's football and men's football are 2 totally different conversations.
Okay.
So that is another high risk for me. Yes, in terms of competence, we can say yes. If you call him high stakes situation, he can solve it and get us some results. I don't dispute that fact, but it's high risk.
Okay.
Because to transition quickly from women's football to men's football, it's not something I think the GFA would want to do at this point. No, I don't think that will work. High risk. Gabi, the only 2 people that I think, and where Miam Kasami opinion Amidi Tuja, I think the job should be given to either Asamoah Gyan or Lai Kingston. That is my opinion. Now I'll tell you why.
Asamoah Gyan
or Lai Kingston. And I'll tell you why.
For Lai, okay, what do you?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Asamoah Gyan has been in and around the team for some time. Onye core member of technical bench. No. He's not one person you can point to and call out the role he's playing with the team. But you can see clearly, say, he's in and around the team to give them some form of motivation ahead of the World Cup. That alone is a good signal that if we want somebody to get a very short-term job done, he's one person who can do it for us.
Okay.
Because he knows what it means to play the World Cup. He's Ghana's highest goal scorer at the World Cup. He has been there before. He has played at the highest level. He has been disappointed at the highest level. He has learnt all the lessons that has to do with what it means to carry the Black Stars to a tournament of this nature. And when you look at the way all inspire players, no, send your number kasa, Let them know what he has done, how he went through the challenges that he encountered. I think he's one person who can step in and get a short-term job done for the Black Stars.
Oh no, but I think that Jan problem the certification.
I'm not
too sure, but I have to confirm. But I don't think so.
Yeah. But lie there say, but lie is your no Uganda.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. But aside checking their qualification or competency level, no. If you asked me, I thought they were the two people who can step in and do a quick job of turnaround for a very short time.
Okay.
In my eyes, for the Black Stars.
Okay.
Aside this, no, ebe me ding. Past any other coach. Yeah, bon ding kesia rallied with Gragui. Omina a good coach. Ninkas will be a bad coach. But at this time, if you want a short-term job to be done, these are the two names. Met me there to just say. They can help us to get the job done.
Okay. So mame emra so Kofi Blair na na Farie for mame.
Steve, so quick one. So o say next coach you know. Criteria be any fan select coach. Now o question any claim mame o. Next coach say entering between a World Cup no. Yempe coach or dey go World Cup and after World Cup.
Oh, okay. Yemfa na short term. Yemfa na short term.
Na short term there. Chairman, I'm paying for Bobo Mudina, Obiano Edmano Beji. In fact, Omobaji come home, Mama. Have a rena, Walidu Aguaguay, Quesiapia, Pichi Mosumani, these top coaches. None of them. In fact, I'm they out of the conversation. Because Madika catch yourself. Top coach Biano. Usually, I'm on time near Juman Finfinsa. Have a rena, where coach Penia or Bomodin or track record, AFCON winner twice. Okay? Or the Saudi Arabia call World Cup, or qualify for World Cup, Walid Guaguaguay, semi-finalist. And so ideally, also when you're the team, or inviting the players ahead of time, training them 1 or 2 years, and some of my main tournament in him. So I'm going to be an outcry for me.
Okay.
But you see, Josh raised an important point. Said we should look within. Ideally, I was Saki head coach, or then the technical team, and I'll boot.
Yeah.
What did I make an say? But there are times, with me, Pamu head coach, no, I'm assistant Natra. And maybe I will take inspiration from the Ivory Coast model. What they did, because I was in Ivory Coast, AFCON 2023. I was there. And Gabi, when they gave the job to the assistant coach, I was fired then. The impression was that AFCON, maybe I don't know, until let's try and manage the situation. And I'm telling you, the guy worked under no pressure. Black Stars said, you a pressure job. Some people for you, I say, out of the conversation. Who the Juman will be automatically. It raises the expectations of Ghanaians. Now they will let Wagwaya. Obianim say you could do semi-finals already in Morocco. Who they have heavy now, Obianim say Koyade. But Gabi, me no me see them players. They are not there. They've not been up to the task. And at least in the last 5 years, I say, it can't always be the fault of the coaches. Yeah, appointed one. Players no, it's that's the push factor. I see here say players no say be nyade. And you know, Obet Makofa Guardiola ba in the current circumstance, Obe fail based on history and precedent with these players. Obet Makofa for me, the greatest manager of all time, Jose Mourinho, Obe fail. One of the greatest managers of all time, Pep Guardiola, Ancelotti, Sir Alex Ferguson, they will fail with these players at this time. And you know, so what within there. The assistant coaches, yeah, for me, they have the technical brain. Anya Shea Desmond Femi Huno during the 2023 African Games they hosted. He won gold with the Black Satellites under 20 team in the And beyond the fact that he was successful at that tournament, we share the style of play, the formation. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, but now born about so time. You coach in
the last 15 years. You're my experienced coach what track record and confirm him. It is time for us to also try new things by going the Ivory Coast model. When they were giving the job to MS Fire, he was nobody, but he became successful. The magic in say, you demand this man of fair. Ghana need the expectation from as compared to the Heavy now, Walid Wagwagwai. Probably he will thrive under a circumstance of no pressure. And until I'm say, Jumano, if any are buying a team in near, at least for the World Cup, he knows the players. He's been assistant to Otuado for some time. Okay. And he's a good coach as well when given the opportunity. Now I'm on for now when you see the way and now who the Jumanema came last, who the Jumanema when the CV way. Masa Zidane was he not extremely successful at Madrid? Maybe it's a question, Gabi.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to Zidane and the CV then.
Now when Shadanya
GB. Oh my God, Guardiola. Barcelona they Jumanema no. Now the CV and they will coach him. No more Brebia will coach him. And then is it one of the greatest managers of all time? Ateta. Yedi adwumane ma no at Arsenal na ni CV coach mu yeden. Enti me say ebe ya duru ho. I say na yon go fa coach kese we ni mo no ho ka. Me have the conversation now and the World Cup period no. And yeah after the World Cup na make no. Me say for the interim between now and World Cup no. You have that conversation. Yon go fa experienced coach away successful. Masa ye omo ma. Enti ye fa adwumane ma young guy bia o wotim nim. Ya ebia pressure man so Ghana for man pressure because the expectation to say yeah they become coach or successful pay. Ebia that will do the trick. So for me, I will always advocate say yeah for Jumanema Desmond of World Cup no.
Okay, Kofi, my member also na yeah short term and away. Why now was suggest and we can't achieve.
Me, I'll tell you, me as a team in the end, men you're shocked. Say any Koko see bear 1 week time. Otis said Desmond Ofedin Yabo as the interim coach of the Black Stars and Maninyawa. Yeah. The meeting has gone on. He has mentioned that the question was that Obetimi Jumanana. Or see the response he gave was that why not? Why not? He has the needed qualification.
Yeah.
Done the badges. He can be the interim manager for the Black Stars, or you're close to the team, or you're foreign trained in Belgium. He was a former player himself, 1 year successful as a player, or a track record in the juvenile division or the under 21s. No, Akko. He has proven say he's good enough in that regard.
Tactically disciplined.
Tactically, he has showed a lot of things. Yeah. Again, the most important one is that Ghana fans a little bit insufferable. Inti si yebenya obia obetimi aba na wa tone down the pressure. Na pressure enni ne so gidigidi. Na wa holding down the team from now till the season. It is Desmond Ofei.
For that one, I agree with it.
Obi oti e bia mani nyane wawa. If obeda sorry. Oti the name of Desmond Ofei as a Black Stars coach. The thing is that Desmond Ofei no omo munim ne adwuma nim so top. In fact, the players at the Black Stars have said in multiple conversations so much Desmond Ofei and he's a good manager. Diaka and say yebenya abotre dia mano.
Obaka wan say me ba be bisa wo say ya bo Australia no ana before Crampo say ye ba be cross Australia we. Woni ayala tie ya na bisa say e na eye bentia with the kind of backroom staffer yede amawoto ado I will be to say Desmond Ofei wom I will to ado be ye selection bi e be tactical trick bi a o he now compare Desmond Ofei onu kwa ye de adwuma ma na tumi so onu kwa timi ye adwuma no enti is say ya amukasa na auto entie ana say na because na me wonder because nyame se enka no kwa Desmond adwuma wa ye de ama Ghana o compare to ado de a wa ye de ama Ghana Desmond bo awabo tactically brains behind it no which means Desmond ahead of photo no credit one pentina na mo wa say die ntina ya man sankrofo we nyina na Black Stars no entimi enye so I think said Desmond there ne there enti say short term na long term project
whichever coach we be and we can't give anybody long term
sir
uma coach be a long term obeji because obenyeska coach be a long term be obeji because obenyeska.
Okay.
But we have to protect the interest of Ghana football. Any coach will be have first few months. You see, the bigger picture should be the next AFCON.
Okay.
Because whoever takes this team can't probably going to be by dint of miracles. He will do the semi-final or even quarter-final if you run of 16. Run of 16, maybe yes. But after that, it be hugely miraculous. It's what we have to do is that a CMA coach or be platform team for the next AFCON.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons why I me big on a branch friend Desmond. Me the can nipa me Kofi Asante me pe party Oh, nke Pito Musimani.
Pito
Yeah, and I say Rolani Makwena.
Nanka Jumenesi.
Yeah, because
Rolani
Makwena, these are top guys on the continent, the Africans.
You almost 5 billion.
But you can sing 200,000. But yeah. The best same GDP no.
And the
for this more fair na asa.
Kofi and the bed dim pa. I say me twa me ho aba me ba ne ma he say me say nya bra kakra bi e dia bama. Me kwa ba sisi na ya to aso dia ba ha e hia yo no ma wa na kan radio station.